I've worked with speakers, even some big names actually years ago.
I've seen on your LinkedIn, I was very impressed. For example,
Thank you.
Seth Godin, Kawasaki, and
Yes.
even Brené Brown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Oh my
yes. And you know, the thing is, I never took it for granted, and I feel like things started to really drastically change last year in July 2025. I was in a startup, in an international startup, working with speakers, and it was a very toxic environment for me. So I left. My co-founder ripped me off.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, no, I mean, today I really believe it's the best thing that happened to me, I swear, because I'm still owed about 20K. I'll never see that money, but that's totally fine. But anyway, as I left, so it was July 2025, and I had nothing left but my LinkedIn account. So what I did was I started talking to speakers. I started posting. I started building building my business in public. That's what they call it, right? Building in public, but not just from the, hey, look how great I am today. No, I'm like, I still suck at this, and that, and here's what it's teaching me right now, because I feel like I don't want to put on a fake persona. And I could tell that, people were frustrated because the same big names were getting booked and rebooked. And I felt like, okay, I saw what it did for me as I started, posting and gaining more followers, and applying that to some of my clients, like the personality first approach. And then I noticed that made all the difference. Like my clients went viral. They got invited speak in, a European client to speak in Boston, all of that. And just made me so convinced that that was the direction for me to go in. But I didn't do it all alone. Like I did hire help from Matt Barker and Nick Brukima and some great coaches. So I do want to give credit where credit is due.
I mean, I'm very happy to hear that, and a great point as well that there is help out there, such as you just mentioned now, and there is like nothing wrong with that, because it helps you to speed up kind of the process, and there are people who figure it out already, and after all, LinkedIn is a networking platform, so take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I feel like people, it's very much a networking platform, but people don't treat it such. They will post and go like, hey, nothing happened, I'm not getting any leads. I'm like, well, duh. Are you starting conversations? Are you commenting? Are you treating signals, intent signals such as profile views, comments, connection requests, and all that? Are you treating those as intent signals? Are you leveraging those? And most of the times the answer is no. That's a shame.
And also keep showing up for a while. Don't expect like any quick results after a few weeks of being there.
Well, I'd like to challenge that belief, actually, because for me, but this is also related to the autism ADHD thing. When I'm all in or all out, that also means that I either give up because I feel like, okay, it's not working for me, but also if I see something's working, I double down on it. And everyone says you can't get fast results with LinkedIn, but went from 7K to 24 followers in 6 months, and
that's impressive.
And just after 1 month, I went from 7K followers to 11K followers. And it wasn't because I was, I mixed educational and personal stuff, but everything was wrapped into a story. It was uniquely me. And that's what I help people essentially become, like the most unique and uncopyable version of themselves.
That's a good point, and I'm glad that you challenged me. I would maybe then tweak it what I said, that I think that the majority of people don't double down in a way as you do. Because I think that, let's be honest, that people are often lazy and not everyone is like, okay.
Quickly.
Yeah, and not like I go 100%, put actually the reps in and everything, but it's more like, okay, give me secret how to go viral, and then quick overnight something like that happens.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend about this, like, why some people really all they want to do is go viral. So, and I'm like, why does it matter? Like, the chances of viral posts bringing in leads, okay, they will bring in leads, but not always the right ones. So it's usually, it's a vanity metric.
I agree. Sometimes I feel like that it will be nice if people experience it, so actually realize that it's not worth chasing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And Magali, you've got a great niche on LinkedIn, such as what you focus on, but what's your advice or your take on whether to niche or not? Because it's also quite a debate on LinkedIn. So some people say you should, some not. So what would you say?
Well, that depends. I feel like niche. So I think that niche, you can niche by audience and you can niche by transformation. And I think that you should start by, so the difference between the two is that niche by transformation is by the unique outcome you deliver. And niche by audience is the segment, the market segment you service. So the difference between the two is that one focuses on the audience and the personas, buyer personas, and the other one focuses on the transformation.
Yep.
In an ideal scenario, you need both. But for me, I just switched to niching by audience, from niching by audience to niching by transformation. So to give you an idea what that looks like, I would focus on servicing keynote speakers and people who wanted to become keynote speakers. But then I noticed that the market was really, really small, especially on LinkedIn. So what I did was I shifted towards niching by outcome. So what I said was, hey, I help you get to paid stages, paid workshops, paid gigs, not to just keynote speakers. Most of the clients I service and work with are consultants, coaches, founders. So this still, I'm still inside a niche, but the audience is more broad. However, I would advise if you're just starting out, that you want to target a niche audience first. As you start to gain more traction, you can shift to niching by transformation or by outcome. Mm-hmm. That's my advice.
I like it. And I think it's good because if you also niche more, the worst thing that you find out is that there isn't as much audience, and you can go like a bit broader and then broader and not too broad, and then it's kind of message that applies to everyone and no one at the same time.
Yes, and for me it's an ongoing battle, to be honest. It's not always easy. At the same time, the only way to find out who you should be talking to, you should be servicing and all that, is to just talk to people. And I feel like so many people are avoiding that. They just want to post and they're like, okay, this didn't work, moving on, and that's it. And that's a shame, really, because all of these interactions, they're data points you can use to fine tune and tweak your offer, your posts and all of that.